Hello, this is Kiowa Walworth with All Flex, No Dex, here today to talk to you about Anchor. It is the easiest way to make podcasts with everything you need all in one place. Trust me when I say that Anchor has all the tools that you need to record and edit a podcast from your phone or computer. I did it sitting in front of my couch watching my children. I edited an entire episode from my phone. It was absolutely amazing. When you use Anchor, it distributes it for you on podcast platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Stitcher, etc. It's absolutely wonderful. It is totally free. Did I mention that? I should have started with that so you were more interested. This is a free app. It is so wonderful. So if you would like to join today, maybe start a new podcast for 2022, download the Anchor app and go to anchor.fm to get started. Now let us please enjoy the rest of the episode. Hello, how's it going, gals and guys? This is Kiowa with All Flex and No Dex. We just wanted to thank you all very much for tuning in and listening to our first episode, and we're stoked on it. We got a lot more to come, and we're looking to upload an episode about every other week, bi-weekly, if you will. And there was a couple of players who weren't able to join us on our first session, unfortunately, but we understand how it goes. So they should be back next week. So make sure you guys stay tuned and follow us on whatever app it is that you use to listen to podcasting, because we plan on doing some giveaways, whether it be dice or some source books or minis or codes for whatever. Doesn't matter. It's free shit. Am I right? So just stay tuned. And if you go ahead and follow our Facebook page and give it a like, or our Twitter, you guys can suggest a name for an NPC or dragon if you guys want to be a part of the show, and we will call you out after we use the NPC or said dragon. And you can flavor it however you like, and we'll throw it into the show. So we're pretty hyped on it. We're just getting used to using Zoom and all of its goodness and whatnot. We're normally live players, so there's some technical difficulties in the first episode, and some of our mics aren't where they should be, but that will all be in the past. Eventually, we will get better equipment as time goes on, so just hang in there for what we got. It's not terrible. It just can use some improvement. So yes, thank you. And I hope you enjoy the first episode.
All right, boy and girls, let's dive into tonight's episode, the first episode of Epea. The studying of Epea and the Valley of the Sunrise is centered within a mountain range called the Gear Mountains. The valley is settled in these mountains between the tundra of Epea and the Thessian Desert. They don't know of those who live in the valley don't know of the tundra or the desert. Miles and miles of this mountain range. No one tries to pursue that far. They have their own worries, and it's quite the journey. Within the valley, humans are the minority here, with halflings, dragonborn, and elves being the majority. In the mountains, it's dwarves and gnomes who make up the majority, working the mining operations. Dragons and draconic creatures in general cover the landscape in this valley, comparable to think of Skyrim. There's dragons everywhere and little draconic creatures, draconians, kobolds, dragonborn, half dragons, etc. There's a lot here. The technology of the valley is very low. This is a super high magical area, but there's very little or kind of archaic tech. They rely more on magic than they do technology. So there's no guns or gunslingers. There's no warforged or artificers bullshit here. Along with that, there's also
personal stab at that, by the way.
There's also no major towns or cities in the valley. The reason why is because of all the dragon activity. The evil dragons would come and often raid and destroy any towns or cities for their own profit or fun, bloodlust or what have you, or could just be caught between two dragons combating. So everyone who lives in the valley, it's all roaming tribes and very small villages. Usually it's the halflings that are making the villages because they don't like to roam that much. So they make burrows underground and kind of hide from the dragons. And then, because there's no major cities, there's no major form of economy. So the whole valley is based on a barter system. It's all trading. There's no coin value. There's no coins or money, any sort of economy. It's just the barter system. So we join Damien, sitting around a campfire, drinking his night mead before he goes crash out. His Master Reeves, and Master's son, Miyamoto, had gone out on another expedition out from your guys' clan. Much likely do with the rest of you. Master has been taking each of you out individually to go get some training, world life experience, and to help those that are around the clan. Clan Reeves does travel the valley often, and they help whoever they can. It's not uncommon for you guys to also pick up strays, so to speak, and incorporate them into the clan. People who have good hearts and good intentions but have no families. So at this point in time, Damien is sitting around the campfire, and Damien, why don't you describe yourself?
Sure, yeah. Well, I'm a half elf. My ears are more so rounded at the tip. They look more human than they do elf, than the standard elf anyways. We're always out, sun's popping, so I got some nice tan skin going, a very short stubble beard, and my eyes are like a pinkish purple periwinkle, if you will. And I always have my hair up in a top knot with a red band that was given to me when I was very little from my father. And my hair is a very dark blue. You will always, for the most part, unless an unforeseen event happens, you'll always see me with my precious little owl, Barney. And Barney just always hangs out with me and whatnot. He's drinking my mead with me, you know what I mean? It's like those dogs, when like you take a lick of your ice cream and then you give it to your dog. That's what he does with my mead. And he's got the same color eyes as me. And I am wearing this pendant that comes down all the way down to my chest, usually tucked in my shirt, and like a high collared, almost like a duster, essentially. And under it is just kind of like some leather armor and whatnot. I have a katana of sorts at my side with a little like pinkish purplish, once again, tassel at the end of the handle.
As you're sharing this drink with Barney, you're reflecting, looking into the fire, wondering where Balmung's been. Usually he is your friend, but also kind of like clan rival.
Sure.
Not that he realizes it, but you kind of like pit yourself against him, just as far as like, am I doing as good as he is or better?
Right. It drives me to do better, to be like, where's Balmung at? The fucking mud eater.
And he has to be rolling around in mud somewhere.
Now.
That Dragonborn has an unnatural fetish for mud. Strange, but you don't know where he's at right now. There's no mud around here, so he found it somewhere.
Yeah, he found some mud somewhere.
Why don't you roll me a perception check?
Yes. Perception. That's going to be a 15.
You hear footfalls, like rapid, like someone's running towards you, but kind of staggering, not solid foots, like someone's like stumbling as they're running. And you're kind of night blind right now from your bonfire. You can't really see beyond the firelight light.
Mm-hmm.
But as you look in that direction, Miyamoto enters the light of the fire, and he looks haggard and bloody. Miyamoto is 6'3" tall human. He has long black hair that's completely disheveled and has like splotches of blood in it. And he's wearing layered red dyed leather armor. And in his hands, you see he has Master's magical Oni mask and a Nagata. And his short sword is sheathed. His armor has like scorched marks on it and like a claw wound on his side across his ribs. And he looks like he's been running just nonstop. He's winded and out of breath. He's very fucked up. And he runs up to you and kind of like stumbles and falls to a knee, and he tells you in gasping breaths, "Master, he has fallen."
Maya, what? Hold on, I've only just finished my ale. What happened to Master?
We encountered the Great Red.
Oh,
It intended to consume a family of elves as they were traveling.
how far away was this? How long have you been running?
I must have been traveling for at least 2 moon cycles.
Do you need me to rush out to him? Do you know for sure he's dead?
He's gasping breath. He's taking a moment to think about it. No. If the Master couldn't handle the dragon by himself, we certainly couldn't. And he holds up his mask and the weapon, and he said, "Return to the clan with his effects and lead the clan." He grimaces, holds his ribs. He says, "As long as the clan lives, there is hope for the goodly races," he told me. He told me to run. Last I saw him, the dragon flew down upon him.
Fucking Master, always a hero. God damn it. So I guess, did you say he's handing me the mask?
He's just holding it out.
Holding it, okay. This is all that you were able to retrieve?
This is what he cast to me.
Cast you. Fuck. What do we do? Do we tell the tribe move?
Roll me a medicine check.
Oh, that's a natural 16 plus 2, 18.
Okay, you can tell he needs medical assistance.
All right.
It'd be better to get him checked out rather than. It looks like his wounds aren't dire,
Sure.
but if he's been running for 2 days, probably should get him laid down before you keep asking questions.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, who would be like the local medic, if we would even have one?
You know the Yora, female Lightfoot halfling that's in the clan. She would be able to help here.
Then I'm gonna go up to him and just kind of throw him over my shoulder a little bit. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna take him straight to Yora.
Okay. The rest of the clan had been packing up, getting ready for just settling down for the night and resting. Before they break camp in the morning and start moving again. Yora just finished packing away the night's feast and all the cooking implements and what have you. And she sees you carrying Miyamoto and calls out to you, "Damon, what happened?"
Yora, he needs medical attention. They were attacked by the Great Red. Master's not with us, but I need help with Mia.
She goes, "Oh, right this way." And she goes and there's a breakdown table that she has. She just puts it back together real quick and cleans it off, and then has you lay Miyamoto on the table, and she starts patting his head and trying to clean him off, and she has you help him remove his armor and start trying to clean off his wounds. And then eventually she shoos you away because now you're just in her way.
Right, of course, naturally. Okay, then I'm gonna pace pretty much, just kind of worried. But I mean, I trust Yora. I mean, I know she's probably good at what she does. So I'm just gonna,
So as you begin pacing, out of the corner of your eye, you see back where you were sitting at the campfire, there's a old man standing there now with heavy silver robes. And he's just standing there staring at you.
So with my I've definitely sobered up from this experience, but I still have that haze in my head, And
Barney turns and looks at him and goes, "Who?"
Yeah. Woo. I'm gonna call out to him and just be like, "Who are you? What are you doing here?
When you
State
address
your
him,
business."
he approaches and He's a 5'10" old human. It looks like.
I tower over him. I look down at him, 6'2".
He seems unimpressed.
That's
He's
good.
not. he's that couple inch difference would intimidate somebody else, but nah. But you do see his robe. It's kind of it's cut like a short sleeve, like a bathrobe. It has like a sleeveless bathrobe. It's kind
Right.
of weird looking, but you can tell that he's like he must have done this on purpose because the man's arms are jacked. Like he is a very sculpted old man. Think like Boomy from Avatar.
I am towering over him, but I am keeping some distance.
Short cropped white hair. He comes up to you and he asks you, "Where is Master Reeves?"
What is your business with Master?
Well, I don't need business with him specifically, but if he's not here, I'll just address you. The valley is in mortal danger. Do you know of Tiamat?
I've heard stories. Master has mentioned the name before.
Well, the Draconic beings that follow Tiamat are trying to bring her to the world to destroy it. I am going around trying to collect every goodly creature in the valley to essentially stop this from happening.
Can I do an insight check on him just to kind of see like his intentions? Does he like seem like a piece of shit or
Yeah, please go for it.
13. Not too bad.
As weird as this is, it's not uncommon for people to just walk up into your clan.
Sure.
Like I was saying before, the whole valley is wandering.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
It's not uncommon for someone to walk up and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" This guy is obviously a little bit different and strange. He's immaculately clean, so he's not a traveler per se.
Right.
But I mean, one would assume he is a mage of some sort.
Okay.
His intentions seem genuine.
All right. Master's unfortunately not around right now, and I don't know what you expect me to do. I have a lot of problems going on. I've got a very close friend who's very injured right now, and I don't know if I can worry about Tiamat coming back. This currently is not my biggest problem.
He's
This clan is my biggest problem right now. I need to get them to safety, and I need to protect the ones closest to me.
He seems to consider your words more so when you mentioned that Master's dead.
No, I didn't say he was dead. I just said not here.
Not here.
Not
Well,
here.
I would say still a pity to him. He's still like, fuck. Like
Sure.
originally came here to talk to him.
Right.
But he says, well, all the same, the shards of Tiamat need to be collected before the forces of evil can collect them. So stay with the clan. Bring the whole clan with you if you wish. The shards must be found.
Shards must be found.
Your clan will be no more if Tiamat comes back.
Are you aware of a time frame? Do you know how soon it could be assembled, these forces of evil?
They're gathering pieces now, as we speak.
Fuck. Even as I say fuck, even Barney just kind of
He says, you can start by looking south from here. About 4 days ride from your clan, from this spot, is a hidden burrow in a hill. It used to be a home to some halflings long time ago. There's very strong magical energies coming from there. It'd be a good spot as any to start looking. You hear hoofbeats getting louder. Coming towards the clan. Someone like full gallop.
Okay. I guess I turn my attention to that and say, I'll be back with you. We'll discuss this more. I need to see who's approaching. And then I'm just gonna kind of, make my way towards the approaching.
As you go to address the other newcomers, because it's already a lot tonight.
Right, so much.
You see Zen and two others, a gnome and a halfling, riding full gallop towards you.
And how far away are they right now?
Probably like 200 feet in closing.
And how long has it been since I've seen Zen?
It's been a couple months.
Couple months?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll wait for Zen to get somewhat closer to me and just be like, Zen, we need to talk. I'm looking at you down there.
Zenzazary, you do hear this. He purposely purposely makes his voice boom. You guys are close.
I'm booming to you. My feathers are ruffled.
Okay. Zenzazary hears it, just looks up and just has the horse still running full speed. And I'll when I get up in your space, I'll rear back on the horse to stop and get off. And I'll be like, what's happening?
Say there's a lot happening right now. We've got Masters not looking so good from what I hear. We've got Mia is banged the fuck up and is currently getting tended to. And now I'm hearing rumors of Tiamat wants to come back. And this is a lot on my fucking plate right now, Zen.
Zenzazary, why don't you describe yourself as you're dismounting? What is Damon looking at?
He's looking at a pretty much 8-foot tall, 350-pound dragonborn.
Stout.
With very stout dragonborn. With a pretty blue scales. Some of the scales have runes etched into them that have a slightly different tone, so you can see them, but you wouldn't catch your eye too much. She's very she definitely has scars over her from all of her battles and stuff, and she's got really pretty golden yellow eyes and some purple hair that she likes to do. She usually keeps it half in braids and half just down. Has her normal leather pieces of armor, and on her side like a kind of like a book bag where you would usually clip one book. It's just her giant chest set that she carries around with her. That's pretty much it. She looks very tired.
Very tired.
Yes. Very.
I look stressed the fuck out.
Yeah, I look tired. I'm just looking at you. You just look stressed. I'm just looking at the ground with her hand on her head, like, what am I gonna do with this information? So much. I'm ready for it all.
Real quick, was I expecting them to be back soon, or is this kind of unexpected?
This is unexpected. She doesn't make regular check-ins with the clan.
Okay, I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder, Zen, and I'm just gonna be like, listen, it's great to see you. I'm glad you're back. I'm gonna need your help because shit is fucked up.
Quick question: can you reach my shoulder?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm 6'1". I'm not.
It's
you're
2 feet.
6'1".
That's.
I am 7'11".
7'11". Hey, my left arm is definitely at least 2 feet.
All right, cool. Zenzazary just look at you and be like, "We have rock."
We have a rock.
Who's carrying it? I forgot.
I believe Dinsbeet is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I point over at Dinsbeet and I say, "We found rock." I'm too tired to explain anything at the moment.
Rock.
Now, Dinsbeet, as Zenzazary is pointing over to you, why don't you describe yourself?
Sure. So Dinsbeet is a young male gnome. He looks pretty darn average. Brown hair, brown eyes, 3 foot 6 inches tall, weighs about 40 pounds, and he's got a pointy wizard hat on.
Yes.
Very, very cliche. It's like dark blue with the crescent moons and stars on it.
Yes.
And he's got a staff and his spell book, of course. He's got some rings and some brooches, and he looks very almost childlike. When you look at him, you want to be like, "Oh."
I literally do just that. Me and Barney together go, "Oh."
He definitely has that air of like you just want to like pinch his little cheeks or pick him up and hug him and be like, "Oh, you cute little thing. How can do you want some cookies?"
So as I scoop you off your horse and hold you and feed you the daily cookies that we give out to everyone. I just kidding. Oh, I forgot to mention, just as you brought up spellbook, I do have a small book on my side as well. It's under my coat, but we'll say the reason I forgot to mention it. But
Hidden.
I have my weapons
It's
too,
hidden,
but you
yeah.
can't see them.
spellbooks. Anyways, sorry, continue.
Dinsbeet will very awkwardly say, "Oh, hi, yeah, hello," and pull out a large black crystal from inside of his pouch and present it to you so that you can look at it.
Did you have a bag of holding?
That is a good question. Let me check.
Because the crystal isn't like a palm-sized crystal. It was like 1.5 feet long.
Okay,
Got
so
it.
it's like half of my body length.
Yeah.
Got it.
Let the gnome carry it.
I didn't realize how big it was. I
Yes,
would have been
it
holding
was
it
the one.
then.
Well, hang on. I might actually have some sort of way to hold it without it.
I thought one of you had a bag of holding.
I think. I guess it. Yeah, no. I guess it would have to be in my horse's saddlebags or with someone else because that's, way too big.
Okay. All right. You guys want to say that Dandelion is carrying it?
Sure.
Or do you guys want it with you? Speaking of which, Damien, on the other side of Zenzazary is a halfling on a pony that looks dapper as shit.
Dapper as shit.
It looks like he goes out of his way to keep himself clean even on the road. You can tell he's probably the musically inclined.
Sure. My character's played The Witcher 3 also, so I'm aware.
Right. It doesn't seem like he has any instrument on him, though. He does have some peculiar looking bracelet on his arm, but otherwise it doesn't seem like he has any sort of instrument. And in his pack, he pulls out the shard. It's wrapped in several layers of cloth, and kind of like brings it up to you, but like kind of just peeks it a little bit and just shows you a little bit. And the crystal inside looks like abysmally dark. You didn't know darkness could get that dark, but it looks like a void almost, and you can feel the magical energy off of it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely just going to say, okay, it is good to meet you, Dinsbeet. I'm Damon, and you, halfling clean fellow.
Dandelion.
Dandy, yes. Sure. What the fuck is this?
Do I see that one guy behind him?
Yeah, how close is the silver-robed man?
Yeah.
Damon, when you turn around to look, Epon's not there.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm gonna ask you guys what the fuck is it that you guys have?
Well, so this weirdly jacked old man came to our campfire and told us that we needed to find the Shards of Tiamat.
Sounds familiar, yes.
And I think, most of us kind of just went along with it to see where it was going because we didn't know if he was being truthful or, yanking our chain.
Believe it or not, I just had this experience. And he was strangely jacked. Okay.
But it turns out that we followed one of the leads and they're real. Yeah, so don't touch that thing.
Fuck. Don't touch it with
bare hands, skin.
You can see Dandy was
It
like
will
about to
hurt.
touch it. Like his fingers getting close. Huh? What?
What?
Pulls the handbag.
What happens if you touch it?
I'm gonna take it from him so he doesn't touch it.
Smart.
Myself as
I'll
a
hold
player does not remember why we don't touch it with bearskin.
You don't know. You're just
He
scared
just
of it.
said not to.
You just
It's right. And Pon did he did suggest heavily to not touch it with bearskin. Because it is raw, magical, evil dragon energy.
that is enough of an answer for me. I'll say, please, let's all head back into camp. You guys look fucking exhausted. I'm fucking stressed. Let's go get some rest and some food and some drink. And please, we will move forward with this in the morning. I got, I was told of another shard south of here, about a 4-day ride. And we could deal with that tomorrow. So let's go fucking rest.
Sounds good. Where are all my small children?
I
I make my little call to find where my children are.
It is nighttime, so
No,
then you
my children.
know that the children are asleep.
Dang it.
They've been put
Okay.
to sleep. They're in a tent. You can go cuddle puddle with them, which is
Cuddle
not
puddle.
uncommon for you. But the little orphan children are asleep, though. You wouldn't be calling to them. It'd be rude.
Okay. I wasn't sure what time of day it was.
It is nighttime. It is
Okay.
late
Yuck.
night.
I will check on them quietly and then go sleep somewhere.
Before you go to sleep, Zen, I'm gonna kind of pull you aside and just let you know. I'm just gonna be like, I just got word that Master's dead. He was trying to take on a great red dragon, and him and his son Mia, they just weren't able to fully get out unscathed. Master is dead and Mia is gravely wounded. So just wanted you to know everything that's going on and why I'm stressed.
Making me stressed.
I'm not trying to
You
pass the
see
stress down.
the dread in Zenzary's eyes, just like, what?
Listen, it's not a fucking fun night, all right?
Are there any trees near me? I
Trees.
want to punch a tree.
Uh,
I'd probably break the tree.
Sure. You go and punch yourself a tree. Why don't you roll me an unarmed attack?
Okay. Actions. Alarm strike. 26.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a old willow tree that's nearby to the camp. Part of the reason why it stopped here is because of the tree. It provides a little bit of cover in case there's like heavy wind or what have you. You go over and you punch the shit out of the tree. You don't break your hand or anything, so that's good. And there's a couple of nice divots in the tree now. I assume you then go and
That's all.
cuddle up with children.
Cuddle with
Yes.
the kids.
Your own
Do we hear
children board.
as we all lay
Mhm.
down, do we hear like yippee?
I try not to wake the children when I go to sleep.
Roll a stealth check.
Oh god.
You know Marnie is gonna hear you, and Marnie's gonna be super pumped.
I got 22.
No, you don't wake any of them up.
Marnie.
Woo.
You crawl in there like a slithering snake and fall asleep promptly. Did everyone else crash out? I'm assuming as well.
Yeah, I'm stressed. I'm confused. I'm a little drunk still, and Barney and I go hit the hay.
Okay, so and Dinsbeet, you as well.
Well, I don't think I've ever been here before, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I guess I assumed that you were gonna go with Zen, so that's my bad.
Zen goes off and
Oh.
immediately punches trees. So
Yeah.
I mean, I figured they could take care of themselves since I met them randomly. So
you do see this doesn't hinder Dandy at all. Dandy goes up and you see Damon. You notice he flicks his wrist, and that wristband he has immediately turns into a violin.
Oh, cool.
And he walks into camp and just starts introducing himself. Hi, I'm Dandelion. How you doing? Oh, I'm sure you've heard of me. Anyways, so this is Wonderwall, and starts playing.
There's no way Marnie sleeps through this. All right. She loves Wonderwall. Yeah, I will definitely show her, like, because we obviously live, very like a nomadic tribe, right? So like, just going to like show her where most of us who just kind of show up sleep around the campfire. There's like plenty of like furniture laid out and shit for the most part.
And you can tell Dinsbeet that Damon is his mind isn't necessarily focused on showing you around like a good host. He's kind of going through the routines because obviously, like you guys have been, he's a little overwhelmed with the Shard of Tiamat and his master apparently dying and people injured and so forth. It's a lot. So it's kind of almost robotic, where he's like, this is the thing you can sleep in. That one has some food. That one, stay out of that one. That's a bull monk. It's probably full of mud. We don't know where he's at right now.
It's full of mud. You don't want that shit.
Yeah, it gets into every nook and cranny of your armor and clothes, and it won't go away. It stinks too. Like swamp mud. I don't even know how he does it.
I should really dig in there, see if he's dead under there. Another day.
Anything specific you want to do, Dinsbeet or Damon, before crashing?
Well, yeah, when I get in like my little tent that I have, I'm just gonna kind of, take my time, de-dressing myself and like putting down my sword carefully and stuff, and just like not necessarily pray, because I don't really pray to anybody, but just kind of, think out, hoping the best that maybe Master's not dead. Maybe it was just maybe I was able to hold him off or something, and then hope my friend is okay. Because I mean, she told me to scoop, right?
Who? What do you mean?
The medic, Yora. Yeah, she told me just to scoot, right? She's like, leave me alone. Like, I got this right now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll check on him in the morning or whenever I wake up. So just hoping he's all right, and hopefully Master's not actually dead. And then I'm gonna pass the fuck out, down the rest of my shit.
Dinsbeet is definitely gonna kind of like awkwardly introduce himself to a few of the adults that are still awake here in camp, and see if he can find someone willing to like get him, someone who's going to take pity on him and maybe get him food and offer him a bed.
This half orc comes up to you and he says gruffly, "What's your name?"
Dinsbeet.
I'm Mukbar. He puts a hand out to you.
How tall is he?
6'5".
I just reach my arm straight up in the air and try to grab his hand.
He predator handshakes you, and like your whole arm just wiggles, flooding. Oh God! He goes, "Pleasure to meet you. You hungry?"
Yes, I'm famished.
"Follow me," he says, with one really large canine tooth kind of like overbit over his lip. He only has one. The other one's missing. He brings you over, and there's a old pot that's been sitting there, and looks like it's old leftover food that are probably just waiting to heat up again in the morning. But he ladles you out some food, and he shows you where you can sleep for the night. You either set up your bedrolls near one of the fires, because they have a fire that's kept going throughout the night, or you could pitch into one of the tents.
His intentions seem sincere.
Roll me insight check.
That's a 5.
You can't really get a good read on him. It's not like you've been around a lot of half orcs before, so maybe just his personality and his facial demeanor are just always like this. It seems like he's always ready to fight somebody, but his vocal persona seems very friendly and accepting. You can't really get a good read on him.
All right.
He looks like the kind of guy that's like perpetually tense.
Okay, well, I'll take him at his word. I mean, it seems to be a pretty close-knit camp here, so I'll take him up on the food and the place to sleep, and kind of nothing in particular, just get some rest.
And you guys crash out in your various places, and in the morning, Zenzazary, you're awoken by screaming children. They are awoken and realize that you're here. At first, it's screams of terror that there's a dragonborn sleeping in the tent with them, and then change to oh, and they start jumping all over you and start playing with you. You guys find Dandy asleep next to the fire, kind of propped up with his he's propped up on his bags, and he has a book that's written in Dwarven that's open and laying on his chest. He fell asleep reading something. And the camp is waking up and making preparations. Damon, when you wake up and you walk out of the tent, you see Miyamoto over by his tent. And it looks like he was going back in. He looks at you and beckons you over.
Oh, I definitely grab my shit and just put it on as I'm walking over there.
You walk in and he tells you, did you speak with Apollon last night?
Listen, I don't remember a lot of last night. I'm hoping most of it was a dream. Who the fuck is Apollon?
Old man, looks like a wizard, heavy gray robe, white hair.
Is he buff?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yes, I spoke with such a man. I was, like I said, I was hoping it was a dream. What about him?
Well, we need to assist him.
Yes.
Did he tell you about the Shards of Tiamat?
Yes, Tiamat. Okay. And just to clarify, Master is dead?
Is likely perished.
Fuck.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. You are the lead. You're the leader of this clan. I have your back till the end. You know this. You say we need to go get these shards. I'm there with you. I back you up to the fullest.
You see, as you're saying this, he reaches down and he has the weapon and mask laying on the ground next to his bedroll, and he picks up the mask and he says, "That's good." Upon said, he's kind of looking at the mask and like reflecting, thinking about it while he's talking to you. And he says, "Upon mentioned there being a magical source south of here, about 4 days ride.
You mentioned the same to me, yes.
I want you to take this, and whoever will ride with you, and go investigate it.
Well, take Master's mask?
You'll need it. We'll be taking the rest of the clan north of here, and we're going to try to see if we can find any more leads."
It looks like Damon probably fights himself for a minute, like he wants to reject it because it was Master's mask and you rightfully should have it, but he also knows that arguing with you is, not going to go anywhere. So he just holds out his hand and nods his head and is like, "I'll make sure to get it. I'll retrieve the shard."
He nods his head and then kind of absentmindedly turns around. Looks like he's thinking of something, but his thoughts are scattered. You would imagine it's because his father presumably was eaten by a dragon last night.
Right. I'm gonna.
He looks like he's fine, by the way. He does have some.
I was gonna ask.
There are some bandages that are wrapped around him, but they're not bleeding profusely. Chances are he just had severe exhaustion from running for 2 days.
Right.
His wounds are probably minor.
I'm going to, while he's turned around, I'm going to give him like a small sock in the back of the shoulder, like right in the arm. You know what I mean? I'm just going to be like, fucking survived it again, didn't you? Son of a bitch. And then,
okay.
And then I'm just going to, and then I'm going to just kind of head towards Zen and the very many kids that surround her.
Okay.
I'm going to head that direction.
You leave the tent and you hear him say quietly, he's kind of like half chuckle, like, "Yeah, I guess so." As you walk out of the tent, Zenzazary emerges from the tent, and there's kids just hanging all over. Because a little 3-year-old 8 feet up in the air is like they're on a mountain,
right?
So there's children just using Zenzazary as a swing set hanging off of her arms. And Dinsbeet, you wake up. And you see Dandy starting to wake up too. He's like, "Oh my god. Oh, the ground sucks." So, Dinsbeet, where's the food?
That Dandy addressing me?
Yes.
Well, I got some from this lovely, hospitable person right over here. I don't know what you're going to do.
He gets up and says, "It looks like I'm going to go make friends with Half-Orc."
Gotta go make friends with the half-orc.
You see Mokbar, the half-orc, and Yora, the life of the halfling that was healing up Miyamoto, looks like they're preparing the food while everyone else is breaking camp and preparing to leave a little bit later. You guys can go and get food and refreshments. Damon, Humor, do you see everyone's going around and they're doing their thing, getting food? Who do you go to address?
Well, first I call out to Barney because Barney is currently over by the food and is eating it for no good reason. And I was like, Barney, get over here, Barney. And then he, begrudgingly heads his way back to me. And then I'm going to go find Zen and I'm going to take the kids and go set them off of her one at a time. One at a time. And once I have enough of them removed, I'm just going to say, Zen, I know of where another shard is at.
Hold on.
Yes.
The kids are going to willingly let you do this. But no, David, no, I don't want it.
Damon, you're a fun ruiner.
Roll me an athletics check as the kids resist you.
If I do a backflip, can it be acrobatics?
It can be acrobatics if you're trying to persuade them. You roll acrobatics and roll persuasion to try to get them to go do something else. Try to wow them with something.
Wait, roll acrobatics then persuasion?
Yeah, because you fuck up the acrobatics, they're not going to be impressed.
Oh, okay, cool. 13 on the acrobatics.
Yeah, I'll say you can pull off a backflip. So go ahead and roll a persuasion.
Fuck me. Persuasion that's only a 12.
Yeah, that's enough. Kids are easily wowed.
True.
So they climb off Mount Zen and they're like, wow, that was cool. How do we do that?
You follow training, follow suit. You need to go eat your food, eat your vegetables, and continue with training. Go help fucking pack up camp, kids. God damn it.
As soon as you said training,
Yeah,
they zoned out and they all start trying to do their own backflips, just like flopping on the ground, falling on their backs.
That's good. That's yes. keep at it. And then I will bring up to Zin as they are failing on their many attempts of backflips. Like, hey, I know where another shard is. If we can move out today, go help out. It'd be fantastic. I need you with me. I know you just got back. I know you're tired. I'm fucking tired. We're both stressed. I need you to ride with me. Your friends can come too.
Zenzazary just has her hand on her head, just like, why would you teach him how to backflip? It's like the worst decision you could make right now.
No. I didn't teach them. That's the best part. They'll never get there.
Yeah, but now they're just going to slam their bodies into the ground because they don't know what they're doing.
Muckbar. Yeah. Teach these kids to backflip. Please. I'm just going to call out to him. Train these boys.
At him. I'm like, Barney, are you okay? You need help? I think he's got insane.
Barney, I feel like would definitely have like, just like the kids enjoy you. I'm sure Barney enjoys you too. So he's probably
sitting on my head.
Yeah. Sure. Barney's definitely on your head.
I'll look at you and say, yeah, we could ride together.
As you holler out to Mokbar, he actively ignores you.
Yeah.
But Zorthos, this male tiefling, comes up behind you guys and goes, all right, kids, come on now. And he has a stick and he kind of like herds the kids like you would a pig. And he goes, come on. And like they try to resist. No, fuck off. And he swats them and go on. And they all scurry and run off towards the food.
I give him a head nod. Thank you. For the love of God, thank you.
Gives you finger guns, like, yeah, you're welcome.
Welcome. And then I'll go or I'll probably have Zin. You can ask your friends to join us. I mean, obviously I don't expect them to do anything, so and you know them better.
I'll walk over to Dandy and Dinsbeet. I'll walk over to them and I'll be like, hey, you guys want to go find one of those black crystals with me again?
Well, I'm pretty dang invested at this point, and now that I know that Tiamat's real and it wasn't just an old jacked guy who was crazy, yeah, it feels like this is something we should probably do.
Dandy.
I'll kneel down and give her a handshake.
Danny has a mouthful of food and he goes, "So, what about the other shards? Like, how are we going to find the rest of them?" And Damon, did
We
you follow
gotta lead.
Zenzazary?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
he
went
would
with
know.
her for sure.
I just point at him because, yeah. I point at you. I'm like, explain.
Yeah, I'm with him.
He looks questioningly to you, like if because Zen's passing off responsibility to you.
Look, if we search around, if we ask, we will get the answers that we need. I'm sure Amon's been going around to many others, and maybe we run across someone else who also has a lead for another one. We will figure this out. But right now we have a lead for one, and I think that's more important than none.
He goes, "Well, here, I'll stay with the clan. I'm good with talking with people." And he fishes out of his pack the stone, and he hands you this. Here you go. Either this is called a sending stone. You just
Sending
press
stone.
on the little symbol there, and he shows there's a little engraved glyph that's on the rock. And when he says when you put your thumb on it and press and hold it, it'll kind of intake your voice, and then I'll be able to hear it on my end, and then I can reply to you.
I take it and I magically kind of press my hands together, and when I remove it, it looks like a Motorola Razor.
Wow, that looks indestructible and amazing.
It is. It's. I've heard that these never break. So, thank you for this Indian stone.
He says we can use it once a day,
Once
but
a
at
day.
least this way we can keep in contact with each other and meet up if we find anything.
Perfect. That's wonderful. That will cover a lot more ground, and you being with the clan will help me find my clan again. So this is a win-win. Appreciate it.
He gives thumbs up like that. Then
I
he
give
goes
him back to
eating.
him like kind of awkward, like
Awkward thumbs up.
awkward thumbs up, like yeah, sure. Am I doing this right? And then I guess after like some food and whatnot, I want to go. I want to leave as soon as possible. Essentially,
If you guys want to start out, then you can pack up, mount up, and begin the journey, the 4-day trek.
yes. That is my plan. Are you down to leave right away, Zen?
I'm good to leave.
All right, yeah, we take off.
Damon, why don't you roll me a d6 for the first day of travel heading south?
Aha, yeah. Should I go purple, orange, or green?
Green.
6.
All right, as you're riding, the day is a normal day in the valley. It is clear, no overcast. There's some birds here and there. But the terrain that you're traveling through is not really wooded. Every now and then there's a lone tree that's by itself, like the willow tree that you guys camp near. But otherwise it's kind of rolling hills, and then some dips into flat land. But you don't see any wildlife other than some birds. Every now and then you see like a dragon on the horizon, going over the mountaintops. But the day one comes and goes, and nothing ill happens. Day 2, Dinsbeet, roll me a d6.
5.
Day 2, as you guys are riding along, a little after the sun comes up, let's say, you come across this hill that kind of draws your attention. There's something off about it. It looks almost artificial.
Could I have Barney fly up and see if he can get like a more of like a aerial view of it?
Sure. Roll a perception check for Barney.
And I will use his stat block. And he has advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Yep.
Dirty stinky 20.
So does Barney talk to you telepathically, or?
So while it's within 100 feet of me, I can communicate with it telepathically.
Okay.
And I can see through its eyes, yeah. And
Okay.
see what it hears. Yep.
Are you looking through his eyes or just talking to him?
I'm gonna have him talk to me first, unless he needs me, unless like he's like telling me like, "Yo, check this shit out." Then I'll for sure. Not how he talks, not canon.
Oh, I was about to say, I was like, yo, Damon. See a small, maybe a chimney down in this. It might be a halfling home. I don't know.
Is he from the Bronx? He's like,
Yeah.
there's maybe a fucking, I don't know, a halfling home down here.
I don't know. This is some sort of habitat going on down there.
Damn it. Okay, so what we see is just this fake-looking hill, but it's like fake in the sense that it looks carved out to be a home.
Yeah, and from Barney telling you that too, it's probably a halfling home.
Okay.
It's a common way for halflings to establish their villages or just homes if they're not really into wandering. They hide it in the hills.
I'm gonna let the group know, and just ask them if this interests them at all. If we should just continue towards the shard or not.
Well, I'm good on supplies, and that would be the only reason I could think of to stop, unless there seems to be any trouble going on.
Yeah, is there anything other than just kind of like, does it seem any, like, is there distress going on or anything like?
No.
Then I would probably agree that we would just pass it. We're on a mission. I don't need supplies either. We're only a day in.
I wouldn't pay no mind to it.
Pay no mind.
All right, and you guys keep on riding. By the end of the day, you start getting into more wooded area. You guys make camp, and day 3 comes about. Zenzazary, roll me a d6.
6.
You guys end up getting, like I said, you entered this wooded area, but it starts getting real thick in the woods. You find a trail you can go on. It looks like it's very commonly walked upon. This is a frequent trail, probably from local tribes and wherever else is wandering. But it's narrow enough to where you have to kind of be single file, unless you want to spread out through the trees. But it can make riding an animal kind of difficult. If you're single file, please tell me your file order.
I feel like Damon would want to be in the front.
Yep.
Dinsbeet will take the middle.
Yeah, and I'll walk in the back.
All right. I made a note somewhere, but I'm trying to figure out where exactly the note is. Ah, there it is. So as you're riding along, what is your passive perception, Damon?
Yes. Only 12.
You say it's about midday, but the sun's still shining through the trees. It's not so thick that it blocks out the light.
Mhm.
But as you guys are trekking along, a glint of something catches your eye on the trail.
Like something on the ground.
Yeah,
Okay.
like some sort of something was reflecting the light. You saw it for just a moment, but it's definitely unusual.
I'll kind of stop. I'll throw my hand up and just be like, hey, there's something in the road up ahead. I just saw a glint for a moment. It's kind of odd, don't you think?
Let's see if we can find out what it is. Stop the pony and dismount.
Yeah, I'll dismount as well. Just be safe. Don't want to hurt these boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys get down to go investigate, Zenzazary, you're getting off the horse too?
Yeah.
Guys, you guys go take a look. It's a tripwire.
Ooh. Is there does it look already tripped, or is it's set?
It's set.
Gotcha.
Is this on the path in front of us or out in the trees?
It's on the path in front of you. It's tied to 2 trees on either side of the path.
Okay.
Could I disarm it?
You can try, yeah. Do you have thieves' tools?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, then it's only a dexterity check.
Dinsbeet is going to back all of the horses up a little bit back down the path in case something jumps out or gets pulled or something.
Okay.
Is it better if you have thieves' tools?
It is. If you don't have
Because
thieves'
I have
tools,
them.
okay. If you don't have thieves' tools, it's at disadvantage because you'd be hiding it with an edged tool or weapon.
So what do I roll with my tools?
Be a dexterity check with your proficiency bonus. Well, are you proficient with these tools?
And yeah, it says that I'm proficient with all my tools.
Okay.
Cool.
So then you can add your proficiency bonus to the dexterity check.
23.
Okay, as you get down and you start setting up your thieves' tools, and you like lay them out. They're all, various sizes of scissors and metal shears and little clamps to hold the wires down until you cut it. And you look all professional and you get everything together. And as soon as you clip it and you successfully disarm it, you're like, hey, we're all right.
I did it.
And about that time, a bunch of kobolds start slinging rocks at you.
Just her specifically?
Oh no, all of you.
Okay, cool.
There's kobolds on either side of you. They're hoping that the trap would go off, but
So they were essentially sitting there watching us.
Yes,
Gotcha. Okay.
those are all misses. Zenzazary has a 15 hit,
Nope.
and Dinsbeet does a 17 hit,
Absolutely.
and Damon does a 14 hit.
It does not.
So Dinsbeet takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage as a rock pelts you in the head.
Oh,
Oh. Jeez.
that's so hard to second level.
Everyone roll initiative.
Natural 20. It just sucks that it came out on this.
I got 21.
I have an 11.
All right. Hold up. Zenzazary, it is your turn. You guys notice as the kobolds pellet you, like, fuck. And you look around and realize, you have enemies on both sides of you. You also notice that the ground looks suspicious on either side of you.
So wait,
Like-
I rolled a natural 20. Being total
Oh.
of 25.
Yeah, let me change this. I forgot that they don't allow.
Yeah, it's because you're not. It's not considered a crit. I mean, it's
It's fucking dumb. It's a crit.
in total 25.
I changed it. You're going first. Damon goes first.
Not that
Okay,
it mattered,
cool.
but
Anyways, you all notice there's a unusual amount of sticks and leaves that are piled up on either side of the road. The trail that wasn't not a common thing to see this whole length of trail that you've been traveling so far. So if these are kobolds and there's already a trap in front of you, it's a fair guess that the kobolds made more traps on either side of the road.
okay,
Damon, you go first.
cool. So I'm going to bonus action use I'm going to pull my blade out and holding it from the handle, obviously using my right hand. I'm just gonna kind of run it across the whole blade. Like my eyes begin to kind of glow, and the blade is covered with these black flames that don't seem to obviously hurt my hand as I put them on the sword. But my sword now is just flaming black. And I will then... and you said these kobolds are behind these?
They're on either side of the road, so
Okay.
they're hiding behind trees. They
Perfect.
technically have half cover right now.
Okay.
So they're using the sling to attack you from behind the trees on either side of the path.
Okay. So then what I'm going to do is, while I just kind of prep that, I guess, for later, I'm going to use... can I use 2 cantrips in a turn? Like if it's a bonus action and an action?
In my games, yes.
Cool. Then I will fire a firebolt at all the leaves.
Quick
I want
question:
to try to ignite it.
Are you wearing the mask?
Yes, I'm wearing it. I mean, I'm not wearing it over my face currently. It's on top of my head.
Okay.
I didn't pull it down though.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to try to ignite these leaves.
Okay.
I guess I should ask: are these leaves dry and dead? Like, would I naturally see them and go, okay, those will light up?
Yeah, they will light up.
Okay, cool.
Just roll me an attack roll.
Okay. 25.
Okay, instead of some of the leaves do light up a little bit, but for the most part, the firebolt goes right through the leaves and down into a hole. And the path that it burnt away burns the leaves and like the cloth and sticks that were laid over, and they kind of crumble in and fall in. And it was a pit trap that they made.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm visibly, I can see where the pit trap was now.
Yes.
Okay. That is my turn. I'm going to just I'm going to move up also, since they're behind trees, right? I'll kind of move up to the other side of a tree to where, I mean, they could probably move around it and get me also, but...
If you want to position yourself, I say if you wanted to go, say, left side and right side of the path, just for whoever goes wherever.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to like move to the left side, you can use your movement to get around the pit trap and position yourself to where you can get half cover as well from one of the trees.
That's exactly what I'm going for. Okay. And that'll be my turn.
Okay, you do that. Zenzazary, it's your turn.
Which way did he go? Left or right?
I went left.
You went left? Okay. I'll see him going left, and I'll just try to do movement around to try to get close to one of the enemies on the right side.
Okay. I'll say it's going to take... You can get close, but not to melee with one of them. I'll say with the extra movement that you have to spend to get around the trap without setting it off, you'll be just 5 feet short of getting into melee with one of the kobolds.
Okay.
Just pick up one of the trees and kill one of them with it. Simple.
All flex.
No dex.
Well, I have a crossbow, but that doesn't do good in short range. It sucks my Reaper Scythe is only melee range, even though it's technically a staff.
Are you using a Reaper Scythe?
I have a double-bladed Reaper Scythe
That's
that I can... It breaks in the middle, so then I can have 2 sickles.
I'm into that.
Right. Your weapon is the same length of like what a bow staff would be. To have extra reach, you would need a pole arm. Pole arms are generally anywhere from 10 feet to 20 feet long.
Or just
That's
get
how
the
you
feet. Extend your range somehow, magically.
Yeah, there's ways to go about it. But if you want to use a crossbow, you're not going to be at disadvantage. You get disadvantage with ranged weapons if you're in melee combat.
Gotcha, okay. Well, I'll shoot at the one closest to me. Okay. Then.
He is still within half cover. He's trying to hide behind a tree from you, so he gets a little bit of a bonus to his armor class. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. 18 to hit?
Yeah, that definitely hits. He peeks around the tree, seeing you coming, goes, ah! And you beat him with a crossbow. Pierces one of his eyes.
Neat. 8 damage.
Yeah, that definitely kills him.
Let's go.
Right through his eye hole, and falls backwards dead. Anything else?
That's all I can do. No, that's it.
Dinsbeet, your turn.
Is there a group of kobolds that do not have one of my party members near them?
There are many, yes. Looks like the kobolds are kind of broken up and scattered, so they each had a tree to their own.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to try to do, and why I'm asking is I want to cast the sleep spell, but I want to try and get as many of them in the spell as possible. It has a 20-foot radius.
Okay, which side are you going on? The left side where Damon's going, or the right side where Zenzazary is running?
Can I tell the direction the rock that hit me came from?
Yeah, you'd be able. It's the left side of your temple's bruised and hurting.
Okay, left side of the road then.
You could likely get probably at least. Oh no, all of them. There's. You count as like a quick look, just using your passive perception. There's at least 5 of them. There might be more, but you could probably get all of them in your cloud.
Okay, awesome. So I'm going to roll my 5d8, and that's how many hit points of creatures I can affect. 27 hit points.
Jesus. All right.
Is that enough for all 5 of them?
All right. I can see why the internet was saying how sleep is broken at lower levels.
At lower levels, it totally is. I also took the sleep spell just in case.
So let's see here. So you did 27 hit points worth.
Yeah. Starting with the lowest hit point.
Right. So the 5 that you could see, you see them a little more visibly now as they all fall over next to their trees, unconscious.
Into the pit traps?
No, none of them were near the pit traps.
Gotcha.
They're all within about 30 feet of the pit trap. But yeah, they're all unconscious. You dropped all of them.
Is that all of them on one side, you said?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The ones that you could see. You're not sure if there's more, but there's at least 5, and those 5 are all unconscious.
Love it.
All right, Dinsbeet. Anything else? Oh, hey. Sorry, it's a fun DM thing. This encounter tracker now shows you guys' passive perceptions too. That's fucking dope.
Isn't it cool? It shows like their AC now, and it shows way more information.
Yeah, that's super helpful. Oh, go ahead. Go on.
A casting level of at will just means that you can cast it regardless of level, right?
It means you can cast it without having to use a spell slot.
Okay. But the number of actions it takes still is...
It's as per the spell.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be it for right now.
All right. So those are all down. No rolls for them. But Zenzazary is going to get accosted with rocks.
Ah.
You might want to start saying her name correctly if we're moving forward with podcasting.
Zenzazary?
Zenzazary.
Oh. Zenzazary. See if I can remember that.
Say it confidently once right now, and I'll edit it in every time you said it.
Zenzazary.
Perfect.
We're going to attack Zenzazary. That brief pause where you edit. Yeah, so we're going to attack Zenzazary. And move ahead. Let's see. Your armor class, now that I can see it on this little nifty tracker. I hit you twice with rocks. Pow, pow. Rocks pelt your body. The first one's going to be 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Choo.
Means angry.
Yeah, you are large and angry, and they're going to move, after they throw their rocks, they're going to move another 30 feet away from you. So they're not in direct murdering distance. And it is back to Damon.
So, is there any around me still, or?
The ones that are on your side of the trail, there's no more movement here. If you want to make a perception check to see if there's any more hiding.
Yes. Could I have, or I guess would I? No, I don't. I'm not going to use his help because obviously I want to use it for an attack. But I'll just roll perception myself.
For now and for any future event, you could use, because you have to use a bonus action to command him, right?
Yeah.
So you could use a bonus action to get the help action from him if you want.
Yeah, but I was going to use it for an attack. But you're right. Okay, I will use it
At any point in time. As I say, you don't have to do it right now. But.
Yeah. I'm just going to make a perception check by myself. 14.
The 14, you don't hear any more movement on your side of the trail. You hear a whole lot of ruckus and screaming and Zenzazary cursing and stomping through the woods like the Godzilla that she is. You don't see any more movement or hear anything on this side.
All I can picture is like me popping around the tree, like rearing up to like get into battle, and then they're all passed out. I'm like, ugh.
I will say you do hear real light, like lizard snoring. Just...
Cool. Can I see where like them on the other side, or is there too much trees now, like kind of in the way?
You can see them, but it's hard now. I would say they have 3/4 cover for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go stab one of the sleeping ones.
Okay. You don't have to roll anything. It's
Dead.
NPCs don't get death saves generally, so you just walk up and just stab.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just use my action to kill one of them, and I don't think I have a bonus action that I can use right now.
But what is the minimum damage that you can do?
Minimum?
Yeah.
Well, since I have the fire on my shit as well, the minimum would be at least, if I rolled, the absolute minimum would be 8.
Yeah. They only have 5 hit points. So yeah, you just
Beautiful. Okay.
stab. No rolls necessary. They die and scream. The first one bursts into black flames and turns to ash.
Could I use my bonus action to hit with my scabbard?
I'm going to say no because that should have been your action to use the perception roll. Is my bad.
Yeah,
I'll say
that's
you
fair.
did a bonus action because it's pretty evident.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm going to say for action economy right now, no.
Okay, that's fair. And that is my turn.
Okay. My turn, right?
Zenzazary, it is your turn.
Okay. So, how many can I see that are left? Because they literally just ran away from me.
They're skittering all about. If you want to make a head count, it would be in action. But they're weaving in and out of trees and trying to keep their distance from you. There's at least 2 because he got hit by 2 rocks. Anywhere from 2 to maybe 7.
How many of them are in a straight line in front of
None.
me? None? Neat.
You can
Okay.
charge after 1. But like I said, they're going in between trees and trying to break line of sight and keep you away.
I am going to stay where I am. Do I have any line of sight to shoot any of them with my crossbow?
Yeah, you can try shooting them. They still have half cover because of the trees, but you can try shooting them.
I'll try to shoot them. 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 7.
So
Damage.
dead. So dead. As one's trying to weave between a tree, you catch him in the back and pin him to the tree that he was trying to run around. He squirms and dies.
I'm like pulling my sword out of one of these ones, like, yeah, good kill. And I'm looking over, just watching Zenzazary just fucking shoot and crossbow. And I guess she's not hacking them down, but like having the real fun over there. And I'm just like,
Whatever.
whatever.
Anything else?
They're all 30 feet away from me, right? Or farther than that?
About 35
What you
feet.
said?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. That's it then, yeah.
Do you want to use your movement to take cover?
Yes. I will hide behind a hopefully thick tree.
Not quite as thick as you are, but it's thick enough to provide half cover.
Okay, cool. That works.
Dinsbeet, it is your turn.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna try sleep on the other side now, since it worked so well.
All right. Roll me your hit die.
Ooh, only 19 that time.
Oh, let's see here.
And it's only a 20-foot sphere. So
Right. On my end, I'm rolling randomly. If you catch them in that sphere, and you caught all of them, a couple more kobolds fall down. Kind of like it looked like at first, but they stumbled over their own feet, but they're unconscious. And we are effectively out of combat.
Let's go. Just using the next couple of minutes to really just cleanly kill the sleeping ones.
Yeah, I assume it's just methodical killing and putting animals out of their misery.
That's
of
what it is.
Every now and then you come to put down one of the kobolds. You hear like, who speaks Draconic?
I do.
Let me see. I think I do.
do not.
I do, yes.
Okay, Zenzazary and Damon, you guys every now and then come across a kobold that's like muttering in his sleep. It's praise Tiamat, Tiamat will eat your souls, Tiamat.
So,
And
yeah,
then you stab him.
don't like that.
Yeah, I stab all of mine, and as I do so, I'm just taking out their canines because I'm like, the children will like this.
Children will
And I put
appreciate
them in my
this.
bag.
Oh, that's grotesque. All right. They're filthy and rotten, like kind of like a dog's teeth. It hasn't been cleaned ever, so they're brown and black and kind of have like rotten spots in it. They're disgusting. But you have them.
That's okay. I have them. Yay. I will whittle at them while we walk around.
Right. Okay. You each get 50 experience points.
15?
I said 50, but let's make it.
Yeah, I was like 15. Huh?
Let's make it 100.
How many teeth did I get?
There is 10 kobolds. You could harvest every canine from them. They are all rotten, and as soon as you start trying to whittle them or do anything intricate with them, they kind of fall apart.
Okay.
Kind of like they're filled with cavities. They would break apart, and it's just like full of black gunk. It looks disgusting.
Uncultured, and I throw them
Culture.
if I had any.
They're very disgusting.
A pack like this usually has like a nest or a cave somewhere, right?
Potentially. Although kobold nests and like their full like domain usually run a lot of kobolds. They
so this may just be a hunting party, if you will.
yeah, and if you go find a cave, like their actual home, it could be anywhere from 40 to like 400 kobolds. You've heard stories of them amassing a piss ton of each other.
With each of us having sleep spell, we got this. Yeah, that's true. I mean, do you want to pursue like this home? I mean, like this.
No. I thought this
Waste
was
of time.
all of it, but
Alright.
no, if there's the potential for there to be hundreds of kobolds in the nest, no, not right now.
Okay, then yeah, I say we'll continue on. But definitely, I will be actually keeping my eyes out for traps again and such. You know.
I do
moving
want to
entries.
check them all and see if they have any coinage or anything I can use for spell components.
Okay, so roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Let's see. Ooh, 19.
All right. So on them, you don't really find anything worthwhile. They all each have like a dagger that looks really worn and not very well kept. And they have a little pouch of small round rocks that they can sling with their sling, little cloth of rotten leather. But you do see, and you kind of glance around and like, these things are fucking useless. That you go 2 or 3 of them, and they don't have anything worthwhile. And then you see like a glint in one of the trees, and you go to check it out, and there's a hollowed tree, and it looks like it's full of like alchemist supplies that are in there.
Ooh.
Hmm.
And then you're about to like call back to the group, like, oh, and then you see a handle of, it looks like a weapons handle that's just hanging just outside of a pile of leaves, like maybe the kobolds are trying to hide it.
I'll call the others over and see if it looks like a trap to anyone else, because I'm not great at that sort of thing.
It's also probably very tall for you.
Yeah. Well, not the sword of the ground, thanks.
Yeah, I'll go over and help check it out.
Yeah, I'll come look as well.
It's you said it looks like a weapon hanging out.
Handle.
Was it?
It's the handle of a weapon is kind of sticking up out of a pile of leaves and like tree branches and whatnot. It looked like it was trying to be hidden.
Does the handle look like it's for like a big creature to hold or something small?
Yeah, it looks like it's probably a heavy weapon. You'd have to pull it out to see what it is. Are you guys looking for traps?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely actively looking for, because I mean, they
Okay,
just
so
set multiple.
are you, whoever's looking for traps, roll a perception check for whichever. If you're looking for at the handle, or if you're looking at the alchemist supplies.
I'll look at the weapon.
Yeah, I'll look at the alchemist supplies, and can I use Barney for help?
Yeah. Yep.
That's just a 16 for me.
And then
Got a
who is
19
okay
for the weapon.
Damon, you look inside. It doesn't appear to be trapped. Looks like you see a couple of vials in there. You can see looks like there's at least one empty vial, a vial of some green liquid, another vial next to it that's kind of a lighter color of green. Another vial that's, or not a vial, but a flask. You recognize it, it's alchemist fire.
Alchemist fire, okay.
And then another kind of yellowish vial. Well, then it does not appear to be trapped in any way. You don't see any indications of a trap with this handle. Do you want to pull it out and see what it is?
Yeah.
You pull it out and it's a great axe. You're not sure what it does, but you can tell that you can feel the magical energy on it, and you can see rune work along the handle and on the blade itself. They're obviously magical runes.
I'll grab the vials and stuff, and I'll hand them to Dinsbeet.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so I've got 2 green vials and 1 yellow vial.
Dinsbeet, roll me an intelligence check.
Okay.
See if you can identify them.
You want just under my intelligence with that?
Since we're both magically inclined, could I also kind of help her study them, see if I could figure it out with her?
Dinsbeet, are you proficient in alchemist supplies, or do you have alchemist tools?
No, I only am proficient with Tinkerer's tools.
Okay.
I have proficiency with alchemist supplies.
Right, you're not there though. You're busy with the axe.
That's true. That's true.
But Damon, you can give the help action with the intelligence check.
Yeah,
I made it anyway.
Okay. So what you have is a vial of acid, a flask of alchemist fire, an antitoxin, and a vial of basic poison.
Ooh. These are all things I would have suggested that Brandon drink, because he's got the thickest stomach due to the mud.
Zenzazary, roll me an Arcana check to see if you can identify this great axe.
Natural 20. Yeah.
This is definitely that you recognize the rune work on the axe head. You've seen it on other weapons before. It's a fairly common thing to have and use in the valley. It's a great axe of warning.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Add that to my inventory.
You say I have a warning?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then Dinsbeet, as you checking this stuff out, while you were waiting and Damon was checking the hollowed out tree for any traps, you kind of glance around, and with that 19 investigation, now that you're seeing other spots that kind of look like dugout divots on either side of the trail, maybe these kobolds hid whatever treasures they took off of travelers and just hid them out here in holes and under leaves and what have you.
Like this may not be their only hidey hole.
Right.
I guess I'd be willing to do a quick circuit of the area, maybe I don't know, a quarter mile in each direction, possibly.
So what I'll allow here is for you guys to take 20 or longer. You can search for X amount of time, and depending on how long you search, we'll uncover this or that.
Okay. So let's maybe search for 30 minutes, see what we can find.
Yeah, that sounds good with me. That doesn't put us too far off what we're trying to do.
Could be useful and helpful down the line.
All right. So you just want to take 30 then?
Yes, please.
All right. So After 30 minutes, you find in various holes under leaves. We'll say that you guys, you always check for traps. But you don't find any. But I have a full list here. They have numerous tool sets, every kind of tool set. There's a bunch of scrolls that they have tucked away, several scroll tubes, a couple of the potions that you can tell are potions of healing. There's a whole bunch of musical instruments that you find, and kits as well, and a couple of artesian supplies as well, along with arrows and blowgun needles and other ammunition bits. That's what you find every half an hour.
I mean, I'm sure Dinsbeet is as well curious about the scrolls.
I have a full list here that I'm going to share in the chat.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Do you guys want to keep searching, or do you guys want to move on?
I'm ready to move on. I think
Yeah.
we found a pretty good haul.
Yeah, that's a good haul for 30 minutes. I'd say let's keep scooting.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So in the Zoom chat, I sent the link. You guys got everything in that loot list, except for the gems. You missed out on the gems. Anyways, move it on. I can't. I would just exit out of it. I wouldn't, mock you guys about that. But I can't edit the list easily. So.
Okay, we got everything here, but unless it says gemstone, essentially.
Yeah. Ignore the gemstones.
Okay.
But there's a litany of things that came up randomly when I rolled for that.
You say ignore the gemstones, but it's hard to ignore them. But
There's a lot of them.
So many. Okay, I will. I'll let you take first pick, Dinsbeet, of like what you want and stuff.
Oh, there's a lot of scrolls. Okay.
Yeah, these kobolds have been busy.
Yeah.
There were also a lot more kobolds here before, but they die every time they take a traveler. The traveler usually takes 5 to 10 of them with them.
Let's see. Do we want to do treasure division now or later?
We can go over all this stuff later. We don't need to worry about that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You guys can
yeah.
browse over it as we're going here.
yeah,
If there's anything you want.
I'm tiny, so I'm not going to be taking much, nor can I help carry a lot of this other than on my pony.
I can carry all of it pretty much. So
I could carry a good amount too. I don't have much. I'm only carrying 18 pounds currently, so
Those tools and supplies get heavy though.
true.
I can hold up to 300 pounds.
The rest of your guys' day goes by uneventful. Did you want to set up camp here at this ambush site? It's unlikely, like the noise you guys made during the fight might attract something, or it might do the opposite and scare everything away.
Oh fuck! And you said it was starting to get dark.
No, it's about midday.
Midday.
Yeah, I don't want to camp here because there's
Yeah.
a very good chance that the rest of the kobolds might come back or others might show up or.
Agreed. I'd say we just keep traveling till it gets dark.
Okay. You guys travel on. You scoop up whatever you can carry or want to carry and leave the
Scoop?
rest. And we'll figure that out later. I have the link saved, so if I need to send it to you guys again, we'll.
Yeah, I got it here too.
And that concludes the end of day 3. Damon, back to you. Roll me a d6.
That's a 6 again.
We long rest pretty much, right?
Yeah, that's it. At the end of the day, then you're able to sleep and do a long rest at the end of every day.
There we go.
Day 4 comes about, and it's clear skies, and you get to the end of the forest, and it breaks back into clear groves, and you travel for most of the day, and you're wondering what the fuck Apon was talking about, because he said 4 days travel, but you start questioning like, oh, maybe he was thinking like hard riding or something. You don't know. He just said riding. But after 4 days of travel, though, towards the end of the day, you come across this burrow that you can actually see from a ways away.
Thanks.
but it's black. And that's what makes it stand out.
Could I have once again Barney just kind of up in the air, just kind of aerial view.
Roll me a
guys just-
perception check.
Yeah, burr. Oh, God, both those are bad. I rolled a natural 1 and then a 6, so in total 8.
Ooh. He flies out there. He's flying around. And he goes, "Yeah,
A
I'm,
lot of stuff out of you.
I don't know what I'm looking at. It's huge and black. I don't know. It's a weird feeling out here. I don't like being close to this thing. You sure you want to? It's giving me chills in my owl spine."
Chills. It's like, Barney, get over here. You go rest on Zin's head. Let's make our way.
Make him away. You guys get closer. You do feel what he was talking about. There is a magical energy that is radiating. You feel it kind of lightly, but the closer you get, it's like a unsettling magical force like permeating your body. Like the closer you get to it, the more you get this feeling of almost dread, like you shouldn't be getting close to it. Whatever this energy is almost like it's repulsing you. And also the closer you get, it almost feels like, you know how you start to get a headache, but not quite there. You just feel that tension in your head starting to build, and you're on the cusp of getting a headache, but not necessarily have a headache yet.
Oh yeah, I had it today.
You all feel that.
This morning.
And does it slowly get worse as we get closer? Type
Yes.
thing? Okay.
Yeah. But it doesn't. But you guys could get. I'm assuming you're approaching, getting right up to it, right? Whatever the black mound is.
Oh yeah, I got a mission in mind.
It never gets to the point to where you're hurting.
Gotcha.
You all have this overwhelming feeling like you probably shouldn't be here. There is definitely magical energies here, and it's making you all like that. Well, Kiowa knows that ladies don't, but that shiver that you get when you finish peeing, and it's like unexpected. You're like, ugh. It's like that, but unpleasant.
Oh, I was gonna say I like the shiver, but but yes, okay. I guess I'm just gonna check on you guys and just be like, you guys all right? Do you guys feel that in your head?
Oh yeah, I feel it.
You guys good to keep pushing on?
Your mounts, by the way, are not okay with it.
Okay, I guess we'll have to go tie them up somewhere and approach on foot.
Yeah, I'll do that. Dismount and just kind of try to calm them a little bit.
Okay, you do notice when you lead your horses away and try to go find a good place, the farther away you get from it, the less of the feeling you feel. And your mounts kind of stop being so antsy, especially since you are actively moving away from it. So that they're like a little chipper. They kind of trot a little bit faster to get away from the large black mound.
Is this feeling something that we felt when we were near the other shard, the black shard?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, just gonna pat the horse, and I'm gonna make sure all of our horses are tied up good. Did you say there's scattered trees now?
Yeah, you're out of the forest, so I'll say there's at least one tree that's like just outside of the feeling of this magical energy.
Sure, that's where I'd like to tie them up and leave like some rations or whatever for them. You know what I mean?
Is anyone proficient in religion?
I don't think so.
Negative.
No, I'm not.
Religion. No, I'm not proficient in it.
Okay. Never mind.
History, I am.
Nope.
Okay.
I have an
Anyways,
advantage
Throwing it out.
on religion.
Is
Yo.
there anything magical that could be doing this? I'm proficient in Arcana.
Same.
If you're proficient in Arcana, go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
You'll know something on a successful check.
God damn.
That is a 13 for me.
10.
You know This is definitely a spell effect. You guys know that much. It's not some random magical energy like from an item. This is definitely a spell effect that's in place, and it is from the divine arts.
Divine arts.
But aside from that, you don't know what kind of effect it is. You guys aren't savvy in the ways of divine magical casting, so you're not exactly sure what this spell is doing or what it can do, but it is a spell effect.
I feel like, hey, Dinsbeet, I'm sure you feel it as well. Someone doesn't want us here, so I think we should make this as swift as possible.
Right. I agree.
And let's go fuck a bitch up.
Isn't it the
Hey,
end
we
of
have
our
my
day?
divination. We can try.
Oh, it is the end of our day. That's right, huh?
It is. The sun hasn't fully set yet, but it's getting low.
But I mean, you said, and let me correct me. You said this was like a cave, right?
It is. It's not a cave.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like, it looks sort of like the rest of the rolling hills, but it's black.
Gotcha. Okay, sorry, I mistook it as a cave.
If one of you wants to play a chess game, I can ask my chess set a question and see what it gives me for an answer.
Sure. Let's make camp
I've-
and do that.
Okay. I don't know what question I would ask. What would be an appropriate but precise question I should ask?
Well, first off, we need to roll to see who wins the chess match.
Oh, I know, but I got to figure out the question too. Because if I lose, it doesn't. I get to cast it still? I got to reread what you wrote for it.
Well, yeah, you'll still be able to cast it regardless of if you lose.
Oh, this is one of the items that you made?
Yeah.
Love it.
This is my special item.
What's the role like while playing?
Who's playing a game with Zenzazary?
I'll play.
So it'll be an intelligence check, and you can add a proficiency bonus if you're proficient in dragon chess.
Let me see. Where am I proficient? Ooh, nope. Just proficient in cards.
So it's only an intelligence check then.
Okay.
And I roll an intelligence check too.
You get to roll an intelligence check with your proficiency bonus because you're proficient in dragon chess.
Yes. Intelligence. Yeah. 24.
Only 19.
So it's actually a very close game. Damon, you've never played dragon chess, but you pick up on it pretty quickly. You figure out how it goes, and you do well for playing your first time. But Zenzazary plays this a lot,
Sure.
and ultimately does the dragon chess equivalent of checkbaiting you pretty quickly.
It's like fuck. And then so what that magically allows you to ask a question. Do you use the divination spell you said?
Yeah, it's a divination spell, so I can ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, activity to occur within 7 days, and the DM must offer a truthful reply. The reply may be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. So,
Well, do we want to ask about like what's coming up, or like specifically what spell is possibly like what the effects are of this spell?
that's what I was thinking. I just can't think of how I would word it.
Or how about, is there a shard of Tiamat inside this black mound in front of me?
True.
Yeah,
At least we're aware.
probably. After I win the chess game,
We get it.
I'll just sit there holding the king, and I just ask out loud, is what we seek within the darkness. I don't know. Make it sound cool. That's all I got.
No, that's not how this works. You need to ask me a question. Welcome to D&D and role playing.
You can't skimp it now.
Yeah, otherwise there's no
Zenzazary!
You see Zenzazary staring at the piece and like sweat starts pouring down her face. She struggles to think of a question.
Yeah. Is the Shard of Tiamat in the black, what we say was a hill area?
A mound, yeah.
A mound, in it, the black mound. That is my question. And then I put the piece back down and wait for an answer.
It's the disembodied voice. Not necessarily, you can't tie any kind of gender to it, but kind of like a monotone voice kind of echoes in your head. What you seek does not lie beyond, but a new path does.
Ooh. The riddle, son of a bitch.
Yeah. I relay that to the group.
So there's clearly not a shard up here, but a path to the shard in a sense, which could mean anything. Could be a person that leads us there.
It just said a new path. It didn't say a new path to the shard.
True.
It said a new path, as in a new adventure.
New characters? Is that what I'm hearing? Stress out again about more characters. Anyways, could I once again use a cheat out and roll intelligence to see if my character would understand such a riddle?
Sure.
Can I do that too? I feel like I hear these riddles all the time.
My character would be smarter than me, so
Yeah, if there's a situation where you're not figuring it out and you feel like your character might know, 100%, you can roll a stat to be like, no, like wisdom check or intelligence. You can definitely roll it, and I will allow. I'm not going to force you to. Yeah.
Well, Damon rolled a 22. Or I
Okay.
rolled a 22 for Damon on intelligence.
Well, I roll intelligence as well.
You can. Good.
Okay. I got a dirty 20.
Okay. So you guys both know the divination spell can be a fucker sometimes. So what you do know definitively is that another Shard of Tiamat is not in this mount. What the new path is, it could be a new path to another shard, or it could be a new path to just some other fucking thing. Like you guys were speculating, maybe just another side quest. You're not sure. But it's definitely telling you the shards, any of the shards you're looking for, is not in this mount.
Right. So
Now's not really the time to get distracted.
yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too.
Agreed.
Because I mean, obviously, it's more important to deal with, the resurrection of Tiamat. So, well, that means we don't have a lead now, essentially, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we could keep going in the same direction and hope that his sense of direction was a little bit off, and maybe we're going to get to it tomorrow. Or
That's true. But before, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the sending stone to Dandy and kind of update him with the situation and just say we took a 4.5 days, right? Ride, and we did not find. Am I supposed to be under a certain amount of words here?
Yeah, it's the 25 words or less. Also,
Okay.
real quick, is Barney, what is he doing right now?
Well, I mean, I guess he would just be on Zen's head.
Okay, from this high vantage point, I will say, because he has advantage with sight checks, he's just kind of looking around and he goes, yeah, I think there's some sort of like a door or something over on that mound as well.
A knoll?
A door.
Oh, doors. Fucking can't hear shit.
So Apon did mention that it was a mound that was lived in by halflings.
And they might have more information of maybe
So
a piece.
if
Could've
your
been.
guys, the halflings probably don't live there anymore.
Right, true.
That's what kind of what Apon was getting at, was they used to live there a very long time ago. So if you guys are wondering if this is not the location, it's probably likely is.
Gotcha.
Knowing that there's a door there, then somebody probably lived there and it's probably halflings. So that's usually what they do, is live in hills. weird that it's black, but
That's what. Does this black look like it's like was burned, like char?
roll me because you guys haven't really gone closer to investigate. Do you want to go look? It's hard
I
to tell
mean-
from here.
It's dark, so you probably should wait till it's not dark.
It's not dark yet. Like I said, it's like dusk. Like the light's getting low. It's low light vision right now across the valley, but
Then yeah, I'm gonna whistle the Barney, which I'm a terrible whistler. And then Barney, I'm just gonna go check it real fast. I just want to see if it's char. That
Just
would
with
tell me
Barney?
about- Yeah, with Barney.
roll me an intelligence check for Barney.
For Barney?
Yeah.
Ugh. Let's see. I'm pretty sure he's got like a. He's got a -4 to intelligence. Rolled a crit though.
So he's like, all right, I don't like doing it, but all right. Changing accents now because I like this better.
Cannon.
Yeah, he has that linguistics disease that's going around. His vocals change every now and then.
All right.
So he flies over there, and you can hear him like grunting, like, I don't like this. And he's getting closer. And he's like, the shit you make me do. And he flies all the way over there. He lands on the mound, and he goes, "Oh, it's disgusting. I don't like it. It's some sort of yeah, it's burnt. It's like burnt rock though.
That's what I thought.
I don't know what this is. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
There's a chimney here though. That's weird.
Fly down it.
Oof. I will look through his eyes and be like, Barney, I promise to you, you get back here, whether I have to summon you again. Just kidding, I don't say that. That's terrible. I'll be like, hey, you fly down there real quick, bud, and I got a treat for you, all right?
I don't want this chimney. It's a pipe. I can't fit down that.
Oh, pipe.
Yeah, it's seen through his eyes. You see, it's like a 4-inch diameter, little chimney stack, very small.
Say, guys, there's a chimney type pipe, and there seemed to be someone who once lived there. Maybe we can get some more clues to where this was, and maybe we could even camp out there instead of out here in the open.
Okay, I'm flying back to you. I don't like this.
Yeah. Terrible whistler. Goddamn. So yeah, I'm guessing I'm suggesting that we go check out the once burnt Hobbit house looking thing. Or I can't even say technically Hobbit. I think I can get sued for that. Halfling.
I'd rather wait until morning to do it, to be honest.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So how about? And
Do
I
you want
know-
to? You want to
Well,
make camp here with where your mounts are tied up to? Then
Yeah. We'll camp out where the mounts are.
Just outside of the headache zone.
right. Did you? So with all that being said, do you send a message to Dandy?
I do. I still tell him on just as simple as Shard's not where it was supposed to be. Doing some further investigation.
So after you say that, the stone glows for a minute and kind of pulses, and then the light dies. And a moment later, it lights back up, and you hear Dandy. His voice emits from the stone. And he says, "Well, that sucks."
Fucking Dandy, asshole.
And with that, we will end this episode.
Good shit.
Bye.
Clapping very loudly into my mic.
Thank you for making it through our first episode. It was a lot. I feel you. I just wanted to once again say thank you and state the players. You have myself, Kiowa Walworth, playing Damon Reeves. You have Hanna playing the large and in charge Dragonborn, that is Zenzazary. You have Nicole, who is playing the cute, childish little gnome man, Dinsbeet. You have our lovely daddy DM, Tony Spengler. The two lovely individuals who were not here for the first session is Brandon Abreu and we have Zachary Spengler as well. Zachary will be taking up Dandelion, as you heard through in the first episode, and Brandon will be portraying the lovely Bulmung, the Mud Eater, who we had a couple laughs in your expense, Brandon. I apologize. You are a good sport, and you know we love you. So yes, thank you everybody once again. We appreciate it. We will be back in 2 weeks.